Hello everyone, I'm Railgun Gecko, and welcome to today's video. Artifacts are a key component to your stats in Destiny 1, as a max roll of an Intellect and Discipline artifact provides a whopping 18% of your total stats required for a tier 12 build. That's 132 points, 38 Intellect, 51 Discipline, with a plus 43. Only boots and chest pieces edge them out slightly in total stat values. But unlike boots and chest pieces, artifacts are significantly harder to come across, as only one vendor sells them and her inventory rotates on a weekly basis. If you're not interested in waiting potentially years for a perfect roll of an artifact, how do we go about farming them? That is what we will be going over today. Today I will explain every single drop source for artifacts and various farming methods to acquire new ones. Thank you all so much for watching, and let's get into it. For as rare as artifacts seem to be, there are actually a lot of drop sources for them. First is obviously Tyra Karn in the Iron Temple. Complete her weekly Artifacts of the Iron Lords quest to earn an Iron Lord's Legacy token, which you can then use to buy one of her 3 artifacts. The Iron Lord artifacts are the best artifacts in the game, as they provide a near exotic effect along with having the same potential stat values as normal artifacts. The only downside is that Tyra will only sell 3 of these per week, which means that getting a god roll of the Iron Lord artifact that you want is going to be extremely difficult. But definitely hoard those tokens, so when a god roll is sold, you can pick it up immediately. Second is Court of Oryx. Completed Antiquated Runes has a very high, if not guaranteed chance of providing you with a legendary artifact. Keep in mind that these artifacts will drop at a max of 335 light, which means that the stat totals that they show are not their max potential, as items will only provide their max values when they are at least 350 light. However, the difference will only be a couple of points. Going off of that, third is Crota's Bane rep. Starting at rank 5, you'll be able to earn artifacts from your rank ups. Rank ups take a while though, as they require 3000 rep. Fourth is Archon's Forge. This is somewhat similar to Court of Oryx, where higher rank offerings are more likely to drop blue or even legendary artifacts, though the drop rate is lower than Court of Oryx. Fifth is Strike Horde chests. These will only drop blue artifacts, but it will always be a level increase. This means that you can get a 400 light blue artifact, and stat-wise, blue artifacts are no different from legendaries. So if you have a really good roll of a blue artifact, there's no reason why you can't use it. You just won't be able to infuse it. Sixth are the 390 light raids. These can also drop artifacts, though in my experience, Vault of Glass is the best place to go for these, as you can get the artifacts from the secret chests. And lastly, blue and legendary armor engrams all have a chance to turn into an artifact instead of its associated armor piece. These are all of the drop sources for artifacts in Destiny 1. It's worth engaging with all of them to steadily earn artifacts, but farming is different. We need a consistent stream of artifacts to consider any method to be a farm. Through my research for this video, I've come to find 2 methods for consistent artifacts. First are Court of Oryx Antiquated Runes plus Crota's Bane rep, and the second is just Armor Engram Decryption. I thought that this would be more interesting, but these tried and true methods retain their effectiveness all these years later. I'll explain the ins and outs of these farms and a few tips on increasing your efficiency. If you're looking to farm Court of Oryx, there are a few things I recommend you have beforehand. First, have the Nightfall buff. The 25% increase to your rep gains is going to be a massive help. Second, have a Ghost Shell with the Wormspore Extractor perk. This is so you get 1 to 3 Wormspore with every engram you pick up. And since the rewards from Court of Oryx drop as engrams, you'll be able to get a large stockpile fairly quickly. I'll explain why this is helpful in a little bit. When farming Court of Oryx, it is only effective when you use stolen and antiquated runes. Reciprocal runes will never drop an artifact, and they provide minimal Crota's Bane rep. You should obviously use them to charge stolen runes, but they should be avoided outside of that, unless you have nothing else. As I stated previously, Antiquated runes have a very high, if not guaranteed chance to drop legendary artifacts. I recently had 2 legendary artifacts drop from a single antiquated rune, so this is quite effective. The only issue you'll face is having a lot of antiquated runes to use. Stolen and antiquated runes have a chance to drop additional antiquated runes. Crota's Bane rank ups past rank 5 also have a chance to drop these, along with artifacts. You can also buy stolen runes from Eris starting at rank 5 for 1,500 glimmer and 20 black wax items. Farming Crota's Bane rep will help you get more runes and potentially some artifacts. You can donate Worm Spore to Eris for rep. You need 25 per donation, and it gives you 50 rep and 62 rep with the Nightfall buff. It's pretty slow, but thanks to the Worm Spore Extractor perk, you should be able to get a bunch very quickly. And you can buy 20 Worm Spore for 10 legendary marks from the Vanguard Quartermaster to help replenish your stockpile. If you're close to a rank up, this will help you fill in the gap. The weekly Dreadnought bounty that you get from your first Court of Oryx completion each week is essential, as it provides a large amount of rep. 1,500 rep to be exact, and 1,874 rep with the Nightfall buff. The weird numbers thanks to the odd rounding. I can only recommend this method to people that have been playing for a long time and have acquired a massive stockpile of runes to use. If you have a friend with a ton of runes, see if they'll help you in your farming. But don't blame them if they're uninterested in the snooze fest that is farming Court of Oryx. Our second farming method isn't really a farm on its own. Decrypting engrams is a part of Destiny's core gameplay loop, meaning you'll naturally stumble upon artifacts through normal gameplay. But if you're looking to accelerate this process, I recommend farming 390 Challenge of the Elders. Completions of this will always award you a random legendary engram. Your score does not matter for this at all, so kill the 3 bosses as quickly as you can so you can build up your engram stockpile quickly. Not every week will provide an opportunity for easy farming, but when a week has 2 damage buffs, like Airborne and Small Arms, take advantage of it to nuke the bosses for quick completions and effective farming. I won't lie, I'm a bit underwhelmed with this. I thought I'd find some super awesome method to streamline this, but no. The only way to farm artifacts is to just play the game more. But at least you now know all of the sources of artifacts, so you can choose your own path on your journey to perfect artifacts. This video took longer than I expected to make, because I had to rework several parts as I came across more and more information. The next couple of videos should come somewhat quickly, since they'll be a lot simpler than this, so please keep an eye out for that. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and God bless.